Hello and welcome to part 1 of Let's Play Dwarf Fortress Wasteland mod. And a few things before we get started here. If you didn't know, this is a parallel LP, and there's me, Exoterius and Sargasm who are doing this. Hopefully I'll have links to both of their channels. The intro video, which is on Exoterius' channel, I'll probably have a link to that in the description as well if I remember. That's where me and him, we basically set up all the jobs, the embark, that kind of stuff, pick the location. So if you've missed that, I would suggest you go check that out now. And I did just name the dwarves before we got started. These were the first 7 on the list. So there you go, we'll have a look at you in a moment. And even though we're in a temperate zone, it looks like this area here has its own kind of microclimate. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and set up a fort somewhere around here. And there's very little scrap on the scrap trees. I'm not sure if Dion's got rid of those. It might just be that we're too far away from where civilization used to be. Unless that's the news. No, that's a shrub. Yep, looks like scrap trees are gone. That's not a problem. And one thing me and Exoterius did notice when we were looking through here is ore looks like this now. See, this green is tetrahydrite, and there's quite a bit of that over here. So I think what we're going to do is once I get a chance, we're going to wall ourselves in up near this river somewhere, brook, and then we are going to tunnel underneath through the walls, and we're going to try and basically hollow out this mountain here and take all of the delicious metals. So now that we've discussed all of that, I'm going to start giving out my orders here. And we are going to want a whole butt ton of wood. And designate myself some downward stairways here. And then we'll just go for some upwards, downward stairs. I'm not going to bother with my usual corridors here. And we'll go down maybe 10 floors, just to make sure, without a doubt, that we are past the mud. Actually, no, 6 floors should do. And we're going to let the game run. It is raining radioactive liquid. Well, that doesn't sound good. Oh, what the hell just happened? I think that's the radioactive rain. See, Dion's yeah, a pool of radioactive liquid. See, what Dion's done is he used the miasma to make dust clouds and radioactive stuff, and it's quite interesting. Adds something new to the game. You can always trust Dion to find a new way to rape everything on the map with something as simple as a bloody cloud. It's a talent he seems to have. I'm assuming that is just frozen water. Yeah, it's an ice wall. Yeah, so this water here is still flowing under the ice. I'm not sure how that works at all. I've got no idea. The snow's gone, so it's just ice everywhere now, and you know, radioactive storm clouds. So I think what I'm going to want to do is get myself a little safe haven designated out here as soon as possible. I'm going about this all wrong, but never mind. And that's just going to be a little temporary room that we're going to put some beds and tables in, just to keep people occupied for now. These aren't bedrooms, these are going to be my workshops. 4 should get us started. Go in my grid pattern because that worked out, well, that is working out quite well in the other fort. And we actually named this fort, if you didn't watch the intro video. The fort is called Chilbane. And the group is called the Breaches of Doom. That's those guys right there. We did bring a couple of iguanas and we have 2 cows as well. And this is running on the latest version of Dwarf Fortress and the latest version of Dion's Wasteland mod. Let's see, what have we got here? Chert. Well, that means we have something useful. And there we go, Zane is now a woodcutter. And Zane is also the carpenter. I think I'll give you a quick look at the starting dwarves here. This is Wyatt. You're a female dwarf, you're a worshipper of somebody. You like granite, tin, purple spine, leech leather, synthreed fiber fabric, machetes, crutches, securitrons for their stern appearance, and cacao demons for their terrifying maw. Larryihatechu, you're another female dwarf. You like alabaster, platinum, sphalerite, coral, pig rat bone, the colour pine green, clouds, figurines, eyebots for their stern appearance, and vipers for their deadly bite. This is Zane now. You're a male dwarf, and you like chalk, nickel, silver, turquoise, cazador treated chitin, seagull bone, pond turtle shell, figurines, coins, silkworms for their fine silk, and geckos for their scaly hides. This is Voodoo now. You're a female dwarf, and you like alabaster, bismuth, jasper opal, rubber wood, gerbo leather, strangler bone, overseer's knives, combat leggings, rings, and Brahmins for their haunting moos. Kingwbush now. You're a male dwarf, and you like pericles, gold, cryobasil, mahogany wood, children, grates, and mosquitoes for their pulsating lumpy bodies. Well, King, you're a bit of a weirdo. This is Furrygoose now. You're a male dwarf, and you like andesite, copper, clear tourmaline, tunnel tube wood, large rat leather, coyote tooth, big horn of wool, mountains and nest boxes. And when possible, he prefers to consume raven and bourbon. Now it's MrFirmxwolf here. You're a female dwarf. You like microline, sterling silver, chlora opal, pine wood, strangler leather, big horn of wool, the colour black, doors, splints, and Mr. Sturdy robots for their stern appearance. And you prefer to consume vulture and Nuka-Cola. So there we go. A brief introduction to our starting 7. It started raining. Now does that mean acid rain again? Because I mean, how long is that going to stay there? And what the hell are those? I'm assuming the acid rain's messed it up a bit. A gecko, size 40, a bipedal reptile often hunted for its hide. Geckos are not very dangerous, but their bite is painful and they can be dangerous in numbers. Okay. So that sounds like the turkey, pretty much. Now then, there's one of my iguanas. They replaced cats. I've got, if you didn't watch the intro, there's a pair of glowing iguanas and a pair of normal giant iguanas. Pretty much exactly the same, apart from one of them glows. I'm going to want to try and get myself walled in here as soon as possible, because we are near a village of super mutants, and I'm assuming they're not going to be too happy to see humans. So build workshops, not crafts dwarf, carpenter. Build that out of chert. And then build workshop. We'll have a crafts dwarf there. Mason next door. and a mechanic, the one after that. I want people inside whenever they aren't working, because the map itself will try and kill your dwarves in this one. You get sandstorms and that radioactive rain. That's the first time I've seen that. I'm not sure if that's exactly deadly, but I'm imagining if that falls on top of your fort and it stays there for a long time, it's gonna do quite a bit of damage. I'm kind of thinking it's like acid rain from the last... oh. Yeah, that looks like it's just stripped the land of everything and anything. Like a fly, and that's it. That's all that's left. All the plants and the grass look like they're gone. Looks like the cloud's gone and now it's just pools of radioactive liquid. Dense irradiated grass. That's all that's left there. There's no trees, no plants, nothing. See, it's done its damage and it's left. And it looks like we are in late winter now. Let's check that. No, we're in early spring, 251. What's the date? 22nd granite. I'm going to start logging the days and the months. So anybody who knows the months on Dwarf Fortress will know how long this has been with each episode. Now then, craftsman. Let's see. Can you build me a machete? Wait and see if I can do that. You, I want 6 beds just to go across the top of that room. And build workshop mason, shirt, and what was the other one I wanted? Mechanics. No, we can't build me a machete. Okay. In that case, let's see what else we can actually make out of rock here. Mug instrument crafts machetes, next boxes, jugs. Jugs are like barrels, I've been told. So if you're low on wood, you just make jugs instead of barrels. But, I think we're just gonna have them make crafts for now. And the mechanic. Looks like he's building his workshop now. I'm pretty sure the mechanic's also the mason. As for him, I'm going to want 5 mechanisms just to be on the safe side. That should be enough to hook up a bridge and a lever. And I've got too many idle dwarves, so I think I'm just going to have them start stockpiling the wood over here so they don't get bored, because then they get depressed. I'm a little bit disappointed that the scrap trees have gone. Basically it was like a pile of scrap and it worked the same way that a tree did. Still no beds. I did order the beds, didn't I? Yep, it looks like my carpenter is just being lazy. Oh no, he's... sorry about that. It's just that my carpenter's also a woodcutter, isn't he? This isn't the embark that I normally set out with, because this is one Exoterius and myself decided on between the two of us. So I think we'll take... no, we only have one woodcutter. We'll take woodcutting off him and we'll give it to the farmer for now. We had to... ooh. Is that like trails of vomit? No, a pool of dust storm. A rad rabbit. So was that a normal rabbit and then it became a rad rabbit? Or did it move in because of the radiation? Let's see the description, see if these guys are dangerous. The normal rabbit's exactly... oh no, it's only 10 size. To give you an idea, a vault dweller How do I check? Sure it was V. No? I'm not sure how you check how big a Vault Dweller is. Now then, like I said, I'm going to try and tunnel my way down here and start getting at that tetrahydrite as soon as possible. And just one wide will do. We only have 2 miners. I want one ready to do other jobs. See, where would that bring me to? Perfect, just inside. So then I want an upward stairway and then a downward stairway. Lovely. That should take a while, but it's going to be worth it. The fastest I've ever found metal on this game. Things are going really well here at the start of this fort. Looks like the miners keep switching over who's doing what. That looks like we've actually struck tetrahydrite there. But I know there's a big vein just above me, so I'm going to keep going for that. You know, it looks like we've hit a big enough vein here. So I think what I'm going to do is just take away the designations, and we're just going to order this whole area in a big square here to be taken out, so we can actually find the tetrahydrite properly, find the full vein. That means I'm going to need a smelter and stuff set up. We'll get that ready in the next wave, get a furnace operator going. I think when the next migrant wave comes, I'll end the video off. So we're just going to go solid through this video. There's not going to be any edits or pauses or anything like that. There will be a bit later on, but for now, it's fine. Looks like the craftsdwarfs just... craftsman, sorry. These aren't dwarves anymore, they're vault dwellers. But it looks like he's going pretty well. Now... let's get those tables moved in and ready. Lovely. And we are going to make this a dining hall. That'll do. And a meeting hall, so anybody who's not busy can get on that. And now I want to stockpile because I want to get my food inside as quickly as possible. Because in the wasteland there is quite a few scavengers, and they don't particularly care if your food's in a stockpile outside. They'll just wander over and you'll never see it again. And And it's not just food they'll take. If it's in the stockpile, I've had combat armor stolen by a raccoon. That was one of my... let's just say I wasn't happy with that. Let's see, we have 69 cherts, so we're going to try and get a start on a perimeter wall. Like I said, there's not going to be much in the way of editing in this first video. I just want to get this one done and see what people think of the parallel LP. And I do have to give credit to Najadal, I think his name is, because I did see him doing this first and thought it was a good idea, so I thought, we'll give it a try and see what happens. Need to leave at least 3 spaces now for wagons, because caravans have wagons again, which means they need at least 3 spaces all the way to the trade depot, or they don't even come on the map. I think what I'm going to do to speed things up a little bit here is find my farmer, which is this guy here. He's going to get masonry as well, and that's MrFirmxwolf. So hopefully they get that, get a start on that wall fairly quickly. And Dion's actually changed the way walls look now, so they look like metal walls. So this church's going to make them look like rusted walls. So that's going to be quite interesting. See how they've got the red and yellow and black stripes around them, like you normally put over dangerous stuff. Now you got to be careful of the animals as well in this. That's mine, I think. So I'm gonna big N, and I'm gonna pasture my cows because I had a bighorner that I thought was mine on a separate file, and he walked over and killed my security chief in one hit. I was less than impressed. Looks like my iguanas are killing vermin here. What is wasteland vermin anyway? Red-winged blackbird remains, sparrow remains, and a rat remains. Looks like we found more of that chert, that's a good thing. Although it looks like the miners have went down down here for now, digging out that storeroom that I'm going to use for my food. We've stuck tetrahide right down here as well. Looks like that's going to be everywhere around here, and I'm not going to complain. You guys know what my looks like when finding metal. So I doubt we'll mine that little pocket out there until we have to, because I don't particularly want to be messing up my storeroom just yet. And the vault dwellers will probably complain a little bit about having to sleep in this little room without a proper bedroom and with all the noise. But that's fine, they can complain. It's better than being, you know, acid rained on. At least as far as I'm concerned, it's better than acid rain. Some of them might disagree. Now we shouldn't have any idlers now because the food stockpile's been brought inside. I really can't wait to see what Sargasm and Exoterius do with this. And anyone else who feels like joining in, if you feel like joining in, there's a link on the intro video on Exoterius' channel, which has the full game with the mod installed. Well, the full game with this mod, the graphics pack, and our save file. So you can, where I started this video off, you will just be dropped in there when you press continue playing. It's raining radioactive liquid. Where now? There again. I'm starting to think this whole area is just going to be constantly radioactive, which is why no one's got that easy to get at tetrahydrite. Well, if it's just that area, that also means that invaders, caravans, that kind of stuff is going to have a hard time getting through there. So hopefully they come from the top, otherwise I'm going to have to try and like build some kind of a tunnel in there, and that's probably going to cost me vault dwellers. I've set the population cap, I think, at 50. Yep, it looks like we've found this tetrahydrite vein. So pretty soon we're going to be having copper power armor and copper whatever else. Now then, I remember Dion saying something about sulfur and something else that I will need if I want to make ammo. So for now it's just going to be melee weapons, probably machetes and some combat armor. Maybe even bayonets, I'm not sure what the difference is yet. So don't be expecting like power fists and that kind of stuff just yet. Yep, we're off to a really good start here. I know I've said that before, but I'm just excited. We found metal like instantly. We have a great embark in a good zone. Now this is what I was talking about before with the drifting clouds. Now you see how it's the miasma effect, but with, you know, added ouch. And it looks like that's just going to drift right past me. It's probably going to hit the people at the caravan if they don't get out of there. And that can kill people. That's like a sandstorm, but with radioactive. I've seen that kill a... well, it died off. I've seen that kill a Brahmin. Literally like ripped his insides open. Let's see how things are going down at the mine shaft here. Looks like we've got just about all the tetrahydrite in this little room. So we're going to start going out now. And we'll just go 10 up there. See where that leads us. Now what is this we're digging in here anyway? Black bog wall. So I'm assuming that's just like really gross mud. Looks like the iguanas have been doing their job. We have vermin inside this stockpile. Rats. Yeah, it looks like rats. And they will actually eat your food if you let them, so you got to be really careful of that. Which is why it's a good idea to have iguanas along. Looks like the radioactive rain stopped, but I doubt I'll be using this place down here for anything. I might smooth out some of these walls and put fortifications in case an invasion turns up, but I'll not be there if I can help it. Tetrahydrite's green now, which is interesting. Before, most of the ores were roughly the same colour, or just different shades of the same colour. Carpenter's workshop. Where is the mason? Don't need the mason yet anyway. What I need is the bridge built. And obviously the wall built. Now then I want that to raise to the left. There we go. I'll build that out chert as well. Lovely. So this is actually getting the kind of old bunker look to it, because it looks like rusted walls. Feels very Fallout-ish. This mod, the first time I seen it was actually a couple of months ago, when I found an old playlist of Plump Helmet Punks from like a 2-year-old version of this mod, and you can see it's come on leaps and bounds, both the mod and the game. There was some other things I wanted to do, but for now it's just a matter of waiting. So I might even just skip ahead a little bit, just to save the boring stuff that's going on right now. And the sound sense doesn't work with this this version. I did try. Might just be because I've got an outdated version of sound sense, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I will skip ahead a little bit. So I'll bring you back when something's happening. Okay, then I brought you back because I've just had like an awesome idea, which is that I'm gonna dig a small chamber here. There we go. Now what's below this? Nothing. Good. You'll see what's happening once it's done. But this is going to be awesome, and it's going to work perfectly because I made it, which means it can't fail. Shut up, I know what you're thinking. Now then, the problem I'm having is how the hell am I going to do this without killing somebody? I might as well let you know what the plan is. I'm going to channel all this out so it's 2 floors deep, and then I'm going to go a floor above it, channel out a floor tile, and use this as an underground water source by linking it to the thing. Problem is, how am I going to dig through it unless I had a floodgate? It might have to just have a floodgate on. So I think what we'll do is we'll mine out to there, but we won't actually breach the river yet. We'll put a floodgate probably on this end section here, and hope that my dwarfs can just walk past the floodgate. If not, I might have to sacrifice a dwarf to give myself a permanent water source, and I'd really rather not do that. Let's see, who builds floodgates? Can you build a floodgate? Yes. Wooden floodgate, lovely. Oh yes, and I also turned, who was it? Furrygoose now also does fishing, because he was just sat idle now that we have a load of wood. So, he's now a fisherman as well as a carpenter. I might have to turn fishing off of him for now. There we go. Just to make sure he gets this floodgate done. But I really do hope dwarves can run past floodgates, otherwise I am pretty boned. Let's see. Open floodgate. And then I'm going to need a lever. Let's see. just put a lever. We will dig out a small section just there to put the lever in. This might mean that we're going to need a couple of extra mechanisms, but that's not a problem. And I think that dwarf has just stranded herself, so what we might have to do is build a door next to the floodgate and then lock the door up tightly. I think that's how you do it anyway. Build door. Needs door. Okay, we don't have any doors. That's a problem. Hurry up and build me a door. And a lever at that as well while we're at it. And can we oh, keep tightly closed. Alphabet passage. There we go. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna need to breach that first. So I'm gonna need that mechanism built like right now. The guy's building the bridge. Things are going quite well so far though. What the hell's that blue thing? A fire gecko, size 70. Well, that could be a problem. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that and make sure it doesn't get too many ideas. It looks like it's coming right over. No, it keeps getting interrupted and running away. I feel a lot safer when my walls are up. There's two of them now. Right, let's pause that while we're down here. I don't want any surprises. Ah, lever, okay. Add. Link up the floodgate. Okay, good. So yes, I'm going to need one more mechanism. Some migrants have arrived, lovely. Well, I think we'll make one of those guys a security chief. And they need to hurry up because if they get caught in that acid rain, I'm guessing they're going to be pretty hurt. What I'm going to do is pause that there. Bring up Dwarf Therapist. Read the dwarves again. Go to military and see if any of these guys have military skill. And it looks like this guy here is going to be the best. What's his name? Or her name? It's a bloke and he's called Munitus. So nobles. No. Nobles. Security chief. Where's that Munitus? Let's hope there's only one. What? Hey? He's not here apparently. And I know I got more than 4 dwarves just now. Oh. I got 8. So why isn't the unit list reading them? Oh, because he's a child. Okay. Let's pick another one. Instrumentum. That's a fishery worker. We don't need one of those, we have one. So security chief. Instrumentum. You'll get your office and such later. I don't think we have any weapons. We didn't bring any. So for now, you're just gonna have to get what you're given, which will just be a wooden shield and a wooden training sword. It's not ideal, but it'll work. Now then, here's the part I'm dreading. Because if this goes wrong, it's going to be quite painful and I'm going to lose my fort on the first video. Okay, Q. O for keep tightly closed. L for bid passage. There we go. And I think that worked. It did. Okay, so now we want to build big C wall. I want to build a wall there. We'll make that out of shirt. And if this works, I am officially a genius. Okay? Because that means I made something work in Dwarf Fortress. And we all know my record with water sources in Dwarf Fortress. It never ends well. At least not when I have to make my own, it doesn't. Now then. Instrumentus is now thingy, so I think I'm going to put stone detailing. On the a couple of the others. I'm going to try and get. There's only two more that can work. Now then, add new task. Pull the lever, and let's see if this has worked. Oh, I'm a genius. I set up a floodgate. We've got another cloud of radioactive dust now. So it looks like this portion of the map is quite radioactive, which is probably why it hasn't been settled. But a little radioactivity isn't going to stop us. I'm going to order the rest of this wall to be constructed. Oh, there's a tree in the way. That's just not fair. And I'm going to need one or two more mechanisms. So we'll order those to be built now. And while I'm on that, I'm actually going to... who was it? Furrygoose had fishing. So I think I'm going to take stone detailing off this guy. And this guy, because it looks like they've all got skills. But we don't need 3 farmers. And don't need that. Oh, we have a fisherman. Sweet. This bottom guy, so we'll take butchery off him. Actually, no, he can keep butchery because he's really bloody good at that. We'll give this guy who I was thinking about. Who was it? This one? No, this guy here with the red marks on. He can have fish. There's another one there. Where the hell are all these people getting all these extra skills from? There, so now we have fishing and fishery working. And do we still have a stone detail? No, we don't. Which one was it I wanted to give that to? You? No, you? Possibly. There. Don't worry, I'll be naming all these people at the end of this video. You'll see the names in the start of the next one. The dwarf list will probably be in the description anyway, so you'll know if you're getting a dwarf. More than likely. Now then. Designate channel. I want to go up a floor. Why didn't that work? There we go. Now we should be able to build a well there. In theory. Okay, so I need a bucket. And what was it? Military, create a squad, metal armor with the captain of the guard. And I'm going to want to equip him. What did I do? Okay, so that's shield, specific shield, organ shield, weapon, specific weapon. You can have a copper hacksaw. So now he doesn't need a training sword. It was just a spare woodcutter's axe, so it's not a big problem to lose that. And it's going to do him a lot better than bloody training sword would. Although in the previous version of this mod, I'm not sure if it was the mod or the game itself, every time I embarked I got obsidian, and that's sharpenable, so I was actually making obsidian machetes. They weren't very effective, but they were valuable. And like I said, I want to get the rest of this wall ordered. There we go, and I'm going to need another lever. And let's see, I'm going to stick masonry. There you go. If you're not doing anything, you can help with the wall. It looks like there's someone's blood down here. Kingwbush, so you probably walked out into a sandstorm or a acid storm. They aren't particularly fatal if you're moving through them, but if you like sit in one area like the animals do, then it's got a chance of killing you, and it can kill children if they run through it as well. I've been dying to start this Let's Play for a while now. I've been trying to keep it quiet as well, but I have slipped up and told people a few times what's going to happen. I think I've mentioned it anyway. There we go. Now let's see what it says about this water source. Outside light and above ground. It's not outside light and above ground, it's underground. Maybe I need to seal it off with this lever. And then I'll need the well on top of that probably. Apparently we still didn't have that one set of stairs dug. Huh. Oh well. Miners are earning their pay today. All they get paid in is food and a bed to sleep in. Kingwbush has created a masterpiece, but look at him. Bloody show off. Needs architecture, that's right, I want to throw that on everybody as well. It's one of those skills that doesn't really get any better the more you use it, so I just throw that on anybody and everybody. How long is that one staircase gonna flash? You'd think the miner would have that done by now. Oh no, it's a pool of dust storm. So maybe that needs to be cleared away or something first? Who knows? Let's see now, did my mechanic get my other lever up? Not yet. Probably doing masonry work at the moment. But you can see the vault starting to take shape with these walls, and it looks really nice when it's done. I will be expanding and having extra courtyards popping up over the places as we go, but this will do for now. Now let's see what it says about... Yep, apparently this is still outside and light. Damn it. Well, we'll have to see if that freezes over. I think we might as well just leave the floodgate open now then. Maybe we can try again a bit deeper down in the fortress and see how that works out. But we've made it all the way through to autumn already, and I think this is as good a place as any to leave this episode off. So once again, I'm going to encourage you to go check out the intro video for this if you haven't already, and go check out Sargasm and Exoterius, and see what they've done with the Embark. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.